Good morning, students. Today we are moving to the last section of lesson number 4, National Movements in India. In the previous video, we have seen Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and after that Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Gandhiji had lost faith in the British. So he decided that prepared the background for non-cooperation movement. The Nagpur conference gave approval to non-cooperation movement on December 1920. So there was a meeting of the Congress at Nagpur. On December 1920, they have decided to start the non-cooperation movement. Now the Congress made a strong demand for independence of India. Now what was the demand of the Congress? We want a complete independence, a Purna Swaraj or Swarajya. Instead of a self-government, Swashasan under the rule of the British Empire. So we want a complete independence or Swarajya, and not that a government under the rule of the British. So after that Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Gandhiji had lost faith in the British. That prepared the ground for that non-cooperation movement. Indian independence struggle had three important movements. First one is a non-cooperation movement. The second one, civil disobedience movement. Third one is that Quit India movement. So the first movement of Indian independence struggle is a non-cooperation movement. So the conference at Nagpur gave approval to the Congress to start a non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation means not to cooperate with any of the activities of the British till we get independence. So when that non-cooperation movement started, December 1920. Now what was the demand of the British? We want a complete independence, Purna Swaraj, instead of a self-government under the rule of the British Empire. So this non-cooperation movement had both a positive and a negative result, constructive and a negative aspect. So what were the constructive or positive aspect of the non-cooperation movement? First one, they have decided to strengthen the Hindu-Muslim unity. Second one, people were encouraged to use the Swadeshi goods. Third one, they have decided to start to revive, to start again the use of spinning wheels in every house. Then for this non-cooperation movement and Indian independence struggle, they need a lot of money. So they have decided to collect money for that under this Tilak Swarajya fund. Each family has to give one rupee. Then next, abolition of untouchability, to abolish or stop that untouchability, practice of untouchability. Then, and people were encouraged to join in national education. Then prohibition of liquor. In the textbook only prohibition is written. What prohibition? Prohibition of what? Prohibition of liquor. So what were the positive aspect or constructive aspect of a non-cooperation movement? Hindu-Muslim unity to be strengthened. Then, and people were encouraged to use Swadeshi articles. Third one, revival of spinning wheels in every house. Fourth one, collection of 1 crore rupees for Tilak Swarajya fund. Fifth one, abolition of untouchability. Sixth one, national education. Seventh one, prohibition of liquor, etc. The negative aspect. What were the negative aspect of a non-cooperation movement? The negative aspects consisted of giving up a government jobs. So many Indians were working under the British government. So they all decided to give up or leave that British jobs, government jobs. Then second one, government schools and colleges. Students, they left that British government schools and English medium schools and colleges. Boycott legislatures, not to attend that legislature, lawmaking body. Resigned from government courts. So many Indians were also, Indian lawyers also were working in that in government courts. They decided to leave their jobs. Then local self-government. Boycott a foreign clothes, not to use a foreign goods and other articles. Then government functions, not to attend a British government functions. Whatever titles or honors, awards given to the Indians, to surrender those titles and awards, honors. So what were the negative aspect of a non-cooperation movement? To give up government jobs, give up government schools and leave the government schools and colleges, boycott a legislature, resign from the government courts. local self-government, boycott of foreign cloth and other articles, boycott of government functions, surrender titles, honors, etc. So the Nagpur conference gave the approval to start a non-cooperation movement on December 1920. What was the demand of the Congress? The Congress demanded Swarajya's complete independence instead of a self-rule or Swashasan under the rule of the British Empire. It has this non-cooperation movement had both a constructive or positive aspect and a negative aspect. What were the constructive or positive aspect? First one, Hindu-Muslim unity to be strengthened. Second one, people were encouraged to use Swadeshi articles. Third one, revival of spinning wheels in every house. Spinning wheels means a charka for making that handloom clothes. Handloom clothes. Then collection of 1 crore rupees for Tilak Swarajya Fund, abolition of untouchability, national education, prohibition of liquors, etc. The negative, what were the negative aspect? The negative aspect consisted of giving up government jobs, government schools and colleges, boycott a legislature, resign from government courts, local self-government, boycott foreign cloth and other articles, government functions, titles, etc. Then what were the programs for non-cooperation movement? In the beginning of the movement, Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore surrendered their title Kaisar-Hind and knighthood honor respectively. So the British government had given the title of Kaisar-Hind to Gandhiji, and after Rabindranath Tagore got a Nobel Prize in Literature, he was given the title knighthood honor. So they had surrendered, give back these titles to the British government. So in the beginning, Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore gave back, surrendered their titles, honors given by the British government. Other leaders also got the titles. They surrendered or gave back the titles and positions. Students left English schools and colleges. So students, those who were studying in that English medium schools and colleges, they left that schools and colleges. At various places, foreign clothes were set on fire. So in many places, they had burned that foreign clothes. When Duke of Kennett came to India, he was boycotted. 1921 November. So that Duke of Kennett, he came to India on November 1921. Then that Indians did not attend his meeting. The ceremony of honoring Prince of Wales was boycotted. So there was a function of giving honor to that Prince of Wales. That was also not attended by the Indians. Such incidents created considerable national excitement. So all these happenings created great excitement among the people. On the other hand, so we have seen many students left that English medium schools and colleges. So in order to give them education, national education, that education through the national language was established in India, like Kashi, Bihar, Jamia Millia, Gujarat Vidyapeeth, etc. Due to the vigorous propaganda of for Swadeshi goods, the import of cloth, footwear, luxurious items from England reduced drastically. So in the beginning of the lesson we have studied, because of great encouragement given to the people to use of Swadeshi goods, that there was a less means there was a people did not use foreign clothes. So there was a great loss to the British trade. The import of cloth, footwear, luxurious items, cigarettes, etc. were from England decreased drastically, slowly. This reaction rattled the British Parliament. So that shook the British Parliament. The government was shocked by this kind of huge economic loss to England. So the government was shocked by this great loss in trade. And we have seen as a result, they had cancelled that partition of Bengal. So in the beginning of the movement, Gandhiji and Rabindranath Tagore surrendered their titles and honors. Other leaders also gave give up their titles and positions. Students left English medium schools and colleges. In many places, they had burnt foreign clothes. When Duke of Cainet came to India, he was boycotted. On 1921 November, he came to India, and function of giving honor to that Prince of Wales was also boycotted. And in order to give education to the students who left that English medium schools and colleges, that these institutions like Kashi, Bihar, Jamia Millia, Gujarat Vidyapeeth, etc. were established. Because of the propaganda of that Swadeshi goods, people were forced to use that Swadeshi goods. Due to that import of cloth, footwear, luxurious items from England decreased drastically, and that shook the British Parliament, and they were shocked by this great economic loss to England. More than 1 crore rupee was collected in the Tilak Fund. We have seen that they have decided to collect 1 crore rupees under Tilak Swarajya Fund. So they could succeed in that collecting that more than 1 crore rupees in that Tilak Swarajya Fund. On many occasions, Hindu-Muslim unity emerged predominantly. So in many places, that unity between the Hindus and the Muslims came at the same time. At some places, the unity between the Hindus and the Muslims was broken. For example, in Kerala, in Malabar, that Mopala revolt took place. That was between that Hindu landlords and the Muslim farmers. That created great criticism among the people, and it was suppressed, forcibly put down by the British soldiers. So, what were the programs of non-cooperation movement? In the beginning, Mahatma Gandhi and Rabindranath Tagore surrendered their titles. Then other leaders also surrendered their titles and positions. That many places foreign clothes were burnt. When Duke of Cainet came to India, he was boycotted, and a ceremony of honoring Prince of Wales was boycotted. That created great excitement among the people. Then national schools and colleges were established like Kashi, Bihar, Jamia Millia, Gujarat Vidyapeeth, etc. Due to the propaganda of Swadeshi goods, import of cloth, footwear, luxurious items from England were decreased. That shook the British Parliament, and they were shocked by this type of economic loss to England. They had Congress had collected more than 1 crore rupees in Tilak Swarajya Fund. Many places that Hindu-Muslim unity strengthened, and some places Hindu-Muslim unity was broken. That, for example, in Kerala, that at Malabar, that the Mopala revolt took place between that Hindu landlords and Muslim farmers, and but it was suppressed by the British Army. The government adopted the policy of a suppression. So in order to control this movement, non-cooperation movement, that British government also took a very severe measures, very cruel measures. They started beating the people with a lathi. Lathi means a baton, that is stick like that, and that they started beating the people with a lathi, then firing, then collective arrest means arresting people in large numbers, and inhuman torture was meted out. So how did the British control this movement? By uncontrolled lathi charge, firing, collective arrest, and inhuman torture was meted out. Unsuccessful attempt to break a Hindu-Muslim unity were made. So they were unsuccessful in breaking that unity between the Hindus and the Muslims. The next one, the Chaura incident and the withdrawal of the movement. People took out a rally in Chaura village in Gorakhpur in Uttar Pradesh. So that people had carried out a rally where in Chaura village, where it is situated, Gorakhpur in Uttar Pradesh. That rally was going on peacefully. In the meantime, the police came there and they started shooting the people. The police opened a fire on the people. But when they ran short of bullets, people attacked the police station and set on fire, in which 21 policemen died. So when they finished their bullets, these policemen, they went inside a police station and closed that police station. The people got angry with this, and they attacked that police station and burned that police station. Inside that police station, how many policemen were there? That 21, they all were died. So on receiving this horrible news, Gandhiji said, so when Gandhiji came to know about this incident, he got angry. He said that I have committed a Himalayan blunder. Himalayan blunder, it is a phrase that I have made a great mistake by giving the tool of satyagraha in the hands of people, by giving that tool of a satyagraha in the hands of the people who do not understand the value of non-violence. So Gandhiji's method of struggle was, in the beginning only Gandhiji told the people that his method of struggle was truth and non-violence. So Gandhiji got angry with this. He said that he had committed a great mistake by giving the tool of a satyagraha to the hands in the hands of the people who do not understand the meaning of a non-violence, and he cancelled that non-cooperation movement. So what led to the cancellation, suspension of a non-cooperation movement? The Chauri Chaura incident. What is that Chauri Chaura incident? People took out a rally in the Chauri Chaura village in Gorakhpur at Uttar Pradesh. So the rally was going on peacefully. In the meantime, group of policemen came over there and opened fire on the innocent people. But when they ran short of bullets, the policemen went inside a police station and closed it. The people got angry with this and attacked the police station and set on fire, set on fire the police station, in which 21 policemen died. On receiving this news, Gandhiji got angry and he said that he had committed a great mistake by giving the tool of satyagraha in the hands of the people who do not understand the value of a non-violence, and he cancelled that non-cooperation movement. Then importance of non-cooperation and its effects. So what were the importance of non-cooperation and its effects? This movement did not achieve its desired aims. So what was the aim of this movement? To achieve that Purna Swaraj. But this movement did not achieve this aim. But though it's a negative and a constructive aspect, managed to generate in people awareness of their rights. So but through its that negative and constructive positive aspect, that it created awareness among the people of their rights. So this movement did not achieve its aim of establishing that Purna Swaraj. But due to its negative and positive aspect, that it created awareness among the people of their rights. A negative atmosphere against the government was created. So a negative atmosphere was created among the people against the British government. There was a strong feeling of opposition against injustice. So the people now realize the injustice doing by the British government. So people were against that injustice of the British government. There was a political awareness among all the classes of India. So there was a political awareness among all the classes of the people of India. The faith in independence became stronger. So all the people of all the classes, they want now independence, a complete independence. So that their faith, the trust in independence became stronger. The fear of a lathi punishment and imprisonment was removed. Now people are not afraid of a lathi charge, a punishment, or putting in the jail. The youth and the women too came forward to serve their nation, and Congress became an organization of the people. So young people, women also came forward to serve their nation. And now Congress is an organization of all the classes of people. Schools giving national education began. We have seen many students left schools and English medium schools and colleges, and national education was established. So schools were established giving national education through national language. Hindi started getting more importance than English. So as a result of that, Hindi got a more importance than that English language. The movement that was limited to cities and towns and intellectuals spread to the people and the villages. So in the beginning, that only intelligent people and people from the cities and the towns joined in the Congress. And now people from that villages also joined, and even that non-cooperation movement, people from all the classes of people living in the villages, cities, all participated in that non-cooperation movement. So what is the importance of non-cooperation movement? Though the movement did not achieve that desired result, desired aims, but it's a negative and a constructive aspect, positive aspect, created awareness among the people of their rights. People now began to hate the British government. Negative atmosphere was created among the people against the British government. There was a feeling of opposition against that injustice. There was political awareness among all the classes of the people. The people had now trust in independence. They were not afraid of a lathi charge, punishment, and imprisonment. That young people, women also came forward to serve their nation, and Congress became an organization of the people. Schools giving national education, Hindi medium schools and colleges were established. Hindi started getting more importance than English, and this movement spread in cities, towns, intellectuals, and even people in the villages. Now, last topic is Swarajya Party. With the purpose of retaining the national awareness among the people, Chittaranjan Das Munshi and Motilal Nehru formed the Swarajya Party after the withdrawal of a non-cooperation movement. We have seen after that Chauri Chaura incident, Gandhiji had withdrew or cancelled the non-cooperation movement. So some of the leaders did not like that. They were Chittaranjan Das and Motilal Nehru. So in order to create that, in order to retain that national awareness among the people, they had formed a new party that came to be called a Swarajya Party. Their purpose was to enter the legislative assemblies and oppose the unfair policies of the government. So what was their purpose? To enter in the legislative assemblies and to oppose that unfair policies of the British government. The leaders of the Swarajya Party also adopted constructive activities of Gandhiji like abolition of untouchability, Hindu-Muslim unity, revival of spinning wheel, liquor prohibition, etc. So they also continued that constructive aspect of that positive aspect of a non-cooperation movement, like abolition of untouchability, Hindu-Muslim unity, revival of spinning wheel, liquor prohibition, etc. So who established the Swarajya Party? Chittaranjan Das Munshi and Motilal Nehru. Why they started that Swarajya Party? In order to retain the national awareness among the people. When it was established after the withdrawal of non-cooperation movement. What was their purpose? In order to enter the legislative assemblies and to oppose the unfair policies of the government. And they decided to continue that positive aspect of non-cooperation movement of Gandhiji, like abolition of untouchability, Hindu-Muslim unity, revival of spinning wheel, liquor prohibition, etc. Swarajya Party contested the election of the legislatures held in November 1923, and the candidates of the Swarajya Party was elected in the central legislature as well as the provincial legislature and got a clear majority. So there was election in November 19, legislative assembly election was there in November 1923. So Swarajya Party also contested that election, and the candidates who stood in that Swarajya Party, they were all elected. They were elected in the central legislature, provincial legislature, and they got a clear majority. It did not get a majority in Bengal, but emerged a strong party. So it did not get a majority in Bengal, but it emerged came as a strong party. Motilal Nehru was elected into the central legislature as the party leader, and Chittaranjan Das was elected in the Bengal province. So in the central legislature, Motilal Nehru, father of Jawaharlal Nehru, was elected as the leader of that central legislature, and in Bengal province, Chittaranjan Das was elected. So there was election in November 1923, and the Swarajya Party contested the election. All the candidates were elected in the central legislature and a provincial legislature, but it did not get a majority in Bengal. Then also it emerged as came as a strong party there. Who was elected as a leader in central legislature? Motilal Nehru. And who was elected as a leader in the Bengal province? Chittaranjan Das. Swarajya Party, so after entering into that legislative assembly, they disapproved, disagreed the government budgets and proposals and resented the unjust policies of the government. So after entering into the legislature, they started opposing that British government budgets, proposals and unjust policies of the British government. It compelled the government to consider the problems of the people. So it forced that British government to see the problems of the people of India. Due to the working of Swarajya Party, the government had to appoint a Simon Commission 2 years later. So that because of the force by the Swarajya Party, the British government had to find out had to appoint a Simon Commission 2 years later. That Simon Commission you have to study in the next lesson. The Swarajya Party functioned in a disciplinary manner and established a high parliamentary practices. So they in the legislature they functioned in a disciplinary manner and established a high parliamentary practices. It proved to the British government that Indians can rule constitutionally and democratically. So they showed to the Britishers that Indian people also can rule our country according to the constitution and democratically. The educated class of India was thus attracted to the Swarajya Party. So because of their disciplinary and high parliamentary practice, that even that educated and intelligent people, they were also attracted and joined that Swarajya Party. National awareness re-emerged in the people. So and that people national awareness means the national awareness created, re-emerged, came back in the minds of the people. The party played a crucial role in bringing the achievement of independence very near. So this Swarajya Party played an important role in achieving independence. That all this indicates the importance of the party. That all shows the importance of Swarajya Party. With the death of Chittaranjan Das in June 1925, that Swarajya Party became weaker. So after the death of Chittaranjan Das, that Swarajya Party became weaker. So when did Chittaranjan Das die? In June 1925. So after that, Swarajya Party became weak. Some members began supporting the government, while others established a new party named National Party. So some of the leaders of that Swarajya Party, they supported British government, and some of them had made a new party named that National Party. So why did the prestige of a Swarajya Party decline? First one, when Chittaranjan Das died in June 1925, that Swarajya Party became weak. Second one, some members began to support the British government. Third one, some of the leaders they established a new party called the National Party. Thus, the prestige of Swarajya Party reduced. So, why did the prestige of Swarajya Party died? First one, due to the death of Chittaranjan Das, the Swarajya Party became weak. Second one, some of the leaders supported British government. Third one, some others established a new party named National Party. In the 1926 election, all its members lost terribly, except in Madras province. So then in 1926, there was an election. In that election, all the members, they were defeated, and only in Madras they got the victory. Bipin Chandra Pal and Surendranath Banerjee even criticized the party strongly. So that Bipin Chandra Pal and Surendranath Banerjee, they also even criticized that Swarajya Party strongly. So in order to create national awareness among the people who established Swarajya Party, Chittaranjan Das Munshi and Motilal Nehru, after the withdrawal of a non-cooperation movement. And what was their plan to enter into the legislative assembly and oppose the unjust policies of the British government. And it continued some of the constructive activities of Gandhiji, like abolition of untouchability, strengthen Hindu-Muslim unity, revival of spinning wheel, liquor prohibition, etc. And in that, in November 1923, there was an election. In that election, Swarajya Party contested, and in the central and provincial legislature, they got a clear majority, but they did not get a majority in Bengal, but it emerged as a strong party. Who was elected as the leader of that central legislature? Motilal Nehru. And in Bengal province, who was elected? Chittaranjan Das. And after entering into the legislature, they disagreed that government budgets and proposals, and opposed unjust policies of the British government. It forced the British government to see the problems of the people of India. Because of the working of the Swarajya Party, British government had to appoint a Simon Commission 2 years later. And how did it attract that intelligent people? Because the Swarajya Party functioned in a disciplinary and high parliamentary and established a high parliamentarian practices in the legislature. It proved to the British government that Indians can rule according to the constitution and democratically. That is why the educated people of India were attracted to the Swarajya Party. It again created national awareness among the people, and the party played an important role in achieving independence very near. Why did the prestige of a Swarajya Party decreased? Due to the death of Chittaranjan Das in 1925, the Swarajya Party became weak. Some of the members of that Swarajya Party supported British government. Some others, they have formed a new party called the National Party. Thus, the prestige of a Swarajya Party reduced. In 1926, there was an election. All the members of the Swarajya Party lost very badly, except in that Madras province. And even that Bipin Chandra Pal and Surendra Nath Banerjee also criticized that Swarajya Party strongly.